Good morning, everyone. This is Leanne Allegretto at the National Weather Service in Missoula, and I will be walking you through today's weather planning briefing. So here's a quick summary of what we can expect. For Friday, we're still expecting hotter and more unstable conditions under general southwesterly flow, and that will help produce some thunderstorms, especially in the late afternoon and evening hours. And that leads us into our next bullet that nocturnal storms may be possible later Friday night through the early morning hours on Saturday. So I have an animation I'll show in the next slide, but just keep in mind nocturnal storms will be a possibility. Saturday, we're still under a cooler, wetter, rainier regime as the cold front moves through. And then Sunday through Tuesday, I think we'll really start to notice that cold front because we're going to transition to a period of unseasonably cold temperatures that will produce some mountain snow down to 5,000 feet and valley rain on and off throughout this time period. But I'll get into that in great detail as we get further in the presentation. So here's an animation of one forecast model's representation of what could go on here tomorrow across the Northern Rockies as far as thunderstorms and rain showers. We have a little blip of moisture that moves through in the morning, and then as we get into the late afternoon and evening time period, you start to see those larger cellular thunderstorms develop over in eastern Washington and Oregon, and they shift further east into Idaho and western Montana throughout the nighttime period. So while we're not expecting widespread storms to develop throughout the day Friday, we are anticipating that late evening, overnight, and early morning Saturday to be the time period where thunderstorms will occur. So I do have a note here that breezy and warm prefrontal environment will exist across the Northern Rockies for most of the day Friday, but especially in the Beaverhead and Deer Lodge where not a lot of cloud cover, probably the strongest winds will exist and lowest humidities. Even though things are pretty green, I thought I would go ahead and add that to the discussion. Now Sunday through Tuesday, this is the most, I would say, concerning period of weather for the area. Not great, obviously, for burning purposes, but notable nonetheless. We are expecting a pretty cold and mountain snow valley rain period right through Sunday through Tuesday. And our forecast confidence is moderate to high in this, and it's growing with each day. So what are we expecting? Snow above 5,000 feet, definitely across all of the Northern Rockies, but with a great focus centered around west central Montana and north central Idaho. Now for valley temperatures, the low temperatures overnight will be near freezing, so there is a frost potential, especially Monday and Tuesday mornings. But then the high temperatures will run in both terrain and valleys, anywhere from 15 to 20 degrees cooler than normal. And I'll show you some details on that. Here's the high temperatures expected on Sunday, June 7th. You can see a large portion of our area will be somewhere in the low 60s to upper 50s for daytime highs. And that's in valleys, so of course a little bit cooler up in the mountains. Then as we get into Monday, the Monday high temperature graphic is on the left. The Monday morning low temperature graphic is on the right. So very remarkable temperatures for, early to mid-June. We're sitting in the mid-50s for a lot of places for high temperatures. And if you're lucky, you'll get into the low 60s. And then even colder as you get higher up in the terrain. And then the low temperatures are definitely hanging around that freezing mark, especially in the high valley locations right along the Continental Divide. So very cold, and especially combined with some precipitation, we are expecting high elevation snow to fall during this time. And then Tuesday highs aren't that much better. There's slight improvement, but not much. Temperatures still in the mid-50s to low 60s depending. There's a few warmer pockets, if you will, over in north central Idaho that could get into the upper 60s. And then Tuesday morning's lows will be still hanging around that freezing mark, but definitely creeping up into the low 40s location dependent. So very, very cold. I think the thing to reiterate here is unseasonably cold, snow down to 5,000 feet, and it's gonna feel chillier than it is just because of the shock to the system. So looking out a little further, what can we expect? Well, the precipitation outlook is western Montana and north central Idaho are kind of wedged between a below normal precip and above normal precip area. So probably near normal conditions for this time of year. And then the temperature outlook still keeps us in a trophy pattern with below normal temperatures favored during this time period. So a lot more of the same, but hopefully not a lot more snow. Here's our weather threat matrix, highlighting the thunderstorm potential on Friday for most locations, along with some wind down in southwest Montana, as I alluded to earlier. Thunderstorms and windy conditions do continue on Saturday as we remain under the influence of the passing cold front. And then the next impact we're looking at is that chance for mountain snowfall down to 5,000 feet on Monday, affecting just about everywhere in the Northern Rockies. That's all I have for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll see you on Sunday.